the Drift Masters European Championship. It is round 4. It is Riga, baby.
Here he goes, you can hear that supercharger screaming as he hammers the throttle through the floor. Handbrakes in the outside zone, doesn't upset Bertans. Bertans, though, still there, still with him now as they come down in front of the grandstand. A little bit of ground put between the two of them as Bertans comes through the smoke, fires up onto the rear bumper, makes a dangerous transition as Nicholas Bertans holds on to this one, sticks the nose of the E36 BMW onto the door of Kodua's car.
Big risk from Bertans, it paid off. It didn't pay off for Kodua, but it paid off for Bertans in the same position on the track.
Through the chicane goes Shanahan, through the gears goes Ritton, and down they come, looking for a big initiation. Rittenen's right there, but a little bit of ground separates them as now Shanahan starts to pull away, falls out of outside zone 1. Rittenen looks to shortcut the circuit, he cuts through, goes wide, drops wheels off the outside edge of the circuit, puts the car into a spin, but Shanahan doesn't look too rock steady either, Dave. Both of the drivers looking a little shaken, a little stirred. This one, are we starting to see the drivers start to fall apart?
James Deane said he's feeling comfortable. He's looking forward to this top 16. So did Joachim Andersen. He relishes the chance of going up against. He's taking a big run at James Deane here into the first corner. Deane loosens the car early, gets to that outer zone. Look at Andersen. He's on the inside of the track. That's 2 wheels on the inside. I think he's zeroed it out there, Andersen, by going too shallow. James Deane, no such problems as he fires through the second half of the course. Deane flirting with the curb. Andersen's over the curb, and he hits the back of Deane's car. Andersen runs into Deane. It looked, at least to me, that he did. And Deane, no such issues there. Imagine getting a rear-end collision, and you can see it there, as you're transitioning to a wall. Here we go.
Here we go, Dave. This is it. This is a big one already to kick off the Great 8. Zalewski fires in on the back end of Vincek's S15. They both go wild angle. The transition from Zalewski dangerous. Now starts to lose ground as Wiecek goes way quick through past the grandstand. He goes absolutely hammering. Zalewski hits the curve. Over he goes. Now loses the momentum as Wiecek gets into that final outside zone. On the throttle, across the line, job done.
I'll tell you what. Zalewski got caught by the pace.
He has got to chase first, and he's got to take down a big name, a big local name. Now, as look at this, Bertans flicks that car from left to right, fires in, keeps it dialed. Shanahan on the door, though. Shanahan goes for a brake transition. He's on the foot brake. He's got more pace. He shallows up the angle as they transition in front of the grandstand. Bertans goes deep. Look at Shanahan looking for the early transition, trying to get back on the door. Shanahan absolutely ruling him, absolutely clinical on the chase across the line.
That is a phenomenal lead and chase from these two young men. We've seen James Deane have issues here in the past. We saw fan belts come off the car. We saw power steering belts come off the car. This is a hopes and dreams fix here for Marcin and Maciek on the start line. Putting a bit of gaffer tape on there. Car looks great.
He'll do the job.
Yeah, he'll get through the first corner. I don't know if that gaffer tape is tested for 140 kilometers an hour.
Is it speed rated for these kinds of insane speeds?
Here we go. Johan Rintonen's going to test that anyway as he comes through the gears into that first corner. Deane with the advantage, but keep your eyes on this one.
This one's going to be hot and heavy. Look at this, Juha Rintonen absolutely laser focused, straight line initiation. Rintonen gets himself into that outside zone. Nice job, Deane in the chase. Oh, Deane dips the front bumper up onto the door. Deane not messing around now as he transitions through the smoke. Juha Rintonen goes for that perfect wide line. Deane transitions before him, looks for the door. Deane out of the zone, but he can be. Oh, Deane wavers as Juha Rintonen dials a big angle on the wall.
Wow. James Deane took a bigger risk than he needed to there.
Nilsson leads in, Torani Kavir. Nilsson goes for a little flick across the track. Nice initiation. Kavir, though, you couldn't even see the car. He was on that much angle on the inside as Kavir dangerously transitions up onto the side of, all right, Nilsson's Toyota Sora. They come through past the grandstand. Kavir is on a flyer. Nilsson and Kavir go wide. Kavir almost takes the back end of the Sora. They both get into the final outside zone. Kavir's glued to his fellow Norwegian's door.
He's got the pace to do it, he's got the talent to do it, but has he got the resolve to do it?
Well, he needs to put everything he's got out of it. Look at this, Shanahan flicks the car across the circuit. Wiecek's with him, though, on the foot brake. Wiecek closer than anyone, wobbles and wavers as Conor Shanahan gets himself deep in the zone. Wiecek's glued to the side of that GT86. They transition back. Wiecek with a weird line as they come to the outside zone. Wiecek loses some ground on the transition. Shanahan gets himself up to the wall, tags the wall, on the foot brake. Wiecek's on the back bumper across the line.
That's a close one, that's a close one. It's the final of Drift Masters round 4. Deane versus Wiecek. Here we go.
Deane already creeping up the line. He knows the pace of Wiecek. He had to try and get a head start, and now he jumps on the back bumper. They both initiate at the same time. Wiecek hammers down. Deane goes to the inside to shortcut the circuit. Transitions at the same time. Deane goes for it, looks for the inside, looks for the door. And Wiecek says 15, and Deane almost makes contact with Wiecek as they transition back once again. Deane has the pace this time. Deane is with him. He's there. He's in the fight. He's on the door across the line.
Wow. James Deane back in business. Into gear they go, up to 140k. The best in the world are about to throw down in the final. Here we go.
Oh, look at this from James Deane. Big initiation. He fires it as wide as he can. Goes to the extremes edge of the circuit. Wiecek makes a mistake. He wobbles. He can't handle the angle. As Dave said, he's there though. He comes through the smoke. He's on the door. He goes for the rear bumper. Absolutely unbelievable. Wiecek's closer than Deane. He's pushing James Deane across the line.
Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. Stop it. Just turn drifting off. It's done. They're going to put on a show. They were told to go to the podium. They said, forget that. We're getting rid of these tires. We're showing everybody why this championship is beyond anything you've ever witnessed in the sport before.
We got it.
The campaign continues. That is going to give you a whole load more points, keeping your top spot in the championship. It looks like you're unstoppable right now.
Oh, there is no one who is unstoppable in this grid, so I'm very happy, but it doesn't matter. We still have 2 rounds to go, so the fight is on still, but it's awesome. It's simply excellent to experience that.